Santa Rosa Junior College is home to all kinds of students and athletes, each with different backgrounds. We spoke with Leonard Wagner, head coach of the football program, regarding a couple of out-of-state athletes.
We do have guys that come from far away. We've had guys as far as Alaska and New York and New Jersey, all the way to Switzerland and the Netherlands. But I think one of the states that we've had quite a few guys from is the state of Maryland. And over the years, the 18, 19 years that I've been here, we've probably had 15 or 20 guys from that area that have played for us, that have moved on to four-year colleges and done big things and received degrees.
I do feel like we have a common ground as out-of-state athletes. You know, like a lot of us not from California. California is a completely different place from back home. So in my area where I lived in Prince George's County, it's majority African American, so that's a big deal. And, you know, coming out here, everybody's less aggressive. You know, East Coast people are really aggressive. So when I come out here to California, everybody's really laid back and really nice. It's really something to hang on to.
I would say my biggest struggle right now is since I'm in California right now, my daughter's back at home in Baltimore, Maryland. Me not being there, only thing I can do is support financially. And it's only so much money I got right now since I don't have a job. So the money I do be having, I try to send as much to my baby moms to help her out. So that leaves me with, you know, a couple of dollars to eat or, you know, do things. But it's stuff like that I gotta sacrifice since I'm not there. So I don't really like pay no mind, but sometimes I do be like, damn, I want something to eat, but I can't because I'm making sure my daughter's straight.
Food insecurity with students, of all students, is a real factor these days. With the amount of homeless people, with the cost of living in this area, with the cost of everything, sometimes the thing that gives is the food. You know, they have to pay the bills, they have to pay the car insurance, they have to pay the rent, and they end up out of money, and a lot of times they go without eating. Some of the things that we do to help them and offset that is we make sure that they're aware of the Redwood Food Bank, we make sure they're aware of the Bear Cub Pantry that gives away free food on a weekly basis. We make them aware of the services that are available at Voices on Mendocino Avenue where they can go get a meal if they haven't eaten. So we do as much as we can to help them, and even in the case of having team meals. And so we try very hard to solve the problem of food anxiety and hunger with our student athletes and all students, but it's an ongoing challenge and there's never enough resources to truly make it.
It's rough because, you know, you try to find ways to be able to eat, and, you know, it's rough some nights. You know, you have to go to sleep early to be able to stop yourself from being hungry. Yeah, being able to, you know, get food and everything, you just have to find, you know, any ways possible. You put money together with your friends. That's what me and my teammates do all the time. We just try to put money together to try to cook something instead of buying out all the time, because that can really ruin your pockets. You know, that's a real struggle.
Team meals are really important, not just for the food anxiety, but anything outside of football that we can have our guys doing together is going to break down the barriers of where they're all from. And being on a college football team, one of the greatest things is having guys from Baltimore and a guy from Alaska and a guy from Sweden and a guy from New Jersey, and then being able to gain a little perspective through their experiences of where they're from. And so those team meals, you know, you talk about breaking bread with your family, that's what it is.
Oh yeah, sadly I can't visit my family frequently. I see them probably 6 months at a time. So, you know, when we get our break to go home after the semester, that's when I see them for probably about 2 weeks. And then I come back for another 6 months, and then I won't see them again until Christmas.
It comes up, every single person that goes away to college gets homesick at some point. And one of the nice things about our program is I've got about 12 ex-players on my coaching staff that played for me here. And all those guys had to go away to college somewhere. And so for our guys to kind of live through the experiences of our assistant coaches is really valuable to them. And they're able to kind of get the assurance like, hey man, this is normal. You know, don't panic or think you're the only guy that's homesick. Every guy here is homesick, and when you go away again, you're going to be homesick there too. One of the things that we do that I think is pretty unique is we have a student athlete success center, and it's an academic success center where student athletes can come in on their own.
Study hall helps me out a bunch. So when I go on Mondays or Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have 2 hours. You're supposed to get in 2 hours a week. But I try to get in 2 hours for every session I'm in. So I try to go twice a day, so then I'll end up getting 4 hours in the week. Once I do that, I probably won't have any homework left to worry about.
Me going there, I can get all my work done, get it out the way, don't try to be last minute with stuff. and it makes being an athlete easier.
So that success from those students that move on really is based on support that is here at Santa Rosa Junior College. And in some cases, it's teaching somebody how to be a college student and teaching them how to study and apply some of those skills. Sometimes it's time management things.
You know, if you don't reach grades, if you have a failing grade or a D, coach will make you get a progress report and check in with your teachers every day until your grades raise. When it comes to football, you know, if you want to be able to go to the next level, you have to have your grades, so coach tries to make sure that we're on top of that.
It's a great resource, and that's just in addition to all the many great resources that are here at the library and the writing specialist, the tutorial center, disability resources. I think that Santa Rosa Junior College is got to be one of the tops in the world in terms of just the services that they offer to all students and not just in particular out-of-state students.
This has been a production of Santa Rosa Junior College's J55 Multimedia class.